The food delivery driver asked me, "Ma'am, are you alone right now?" I ordered Chinese food at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. Just me in my apartment after a long shift at the hospital. I was too tired to cook. The app said my order would arrive in 35 minutes. Spring rolls, lo mein, and egg drop soup. The same thing I ordered every Tuesday night for the past year. When the doorbell rang, I grabbed my wallet and opened the door. The delivery guy was maybe 19 or 20, wearing a red jacket with the company logo, holding my food in a plastic bag, but he didn't hand it to me. He just stood there looking past me into my apartment. His face was serious. "Ma'am, are you alone right now?" My heart stopped. I stepped back, ready to slam the door. He held up his hands fast. "I'm not trying to scare you, I promise, but I need you to answer. Are you completely alone?" I didn't say anything, just kept my hand on the door. He pulled out his phone. "Look at your security camera, the one outside your building entrance. Check the last 10 minutes. I have a camera by the front door of my building. It connects to an app on my phone. I use it to see who's buzzing before I let them in." I kept the door mostly closed and pulled up the app. Went back 10 minutes in the footage. At 7:52 p.m., a man walked into my building. He was wearing a black hoodie and jeans. He didn't buzz any apartments. He just caught the door when another resident was leaving. I watched him look at the mailboxes. He pulled out his phone and took a picture of the directory. Then he walked to the stairs. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. At 7:55 p.m., the same man walked past the camera again, going up, out of frame. I felt sick. Who is that? The delivery driver was still standing there. I don't know. But I saw him in the stairwell when I was coming up. He was sitting on the landing between the 2nd and 3rd floor, just sitting there, in the dark. "Why didn't you call the police?" "I did. They said they'd send someone, but it could be 20 minutes. I didn't think you should open your door before they got here." That's when I heard it. Footsteps in the hallway, slow, coming from the stairwell. The delivery driver heard it too. He stepped closer to my door, handed me my food through the gap. "Keep your door locked. I'm going to stand right here until the cops show up. If he comes near your door, start yelling." The footsteps got closer, then they stopped, right outside my apartment. I looked through the peephole. The man in the black hoodie was standing 5 feet away, staring at my door. He wasn't moving, just standing there. The delivery driver stepped into his view. "Hey man, you live on this floor?" The man didn't answer, just stared at him. "Because I'm delivering food, and I'm pretty sure you don't live here. I've been delivering to this building for 6 months. Never seen you before." The man in the hoodie took a step forward. The delivery driver didn't move. He just pulled out his phone and held it up. "I'm recording this right now, and the cops are already on their way. So you can either leave or you can explain to them why you're hanging out in a random hallway at 8 p.m. For a long moment, nobody moved. Then the man in the hoodie turned around, walked back to the stairwell. The delivery driver followed him with his phone up, recording the whole time. I heard footsteps going down, fast. Then the front door of the building slammed. The delivery driver waited another 2 minutes, then knocked softly on my door. "He's gone. But the police should still be here soon. Do you want me to wait with you?" I opened the door. "Why did you do that? You could have just left the food and gone." He shrugged. "My little sister lives alone. Someone followed her home from work last year. She was too scared to tell anyone until it was almost too late. I promised myself if I ever saw something that didn't feel right, I wouldn't just walk away." The police showed up 8 minutes later. They took statements from both of us, checked the security footage, said they'd patrol the area. The officer told me the guy in the hoodie matched the description of someone who'd been breaking into apartments in the neighborhood, waiting until people got home, following them inside. They caught him 2 days later trying the same thing at a building 4 blocks away. The delivery driver's video helped identify him. I tried to tip him $50 that night. He wouldn't take it, said he was just glad I was okay. I asked for his name so I could leave a good review. He said his name was Marcus. I wrote to the delivery company, told them exactly what happened, how Marcus probably saved my life. They sent me a generic email thanking me for the feedback. But 3 weeks later, Marcus texted me through the app. They promoted me to driver trainer, teaching new people about safety protocols. "Your email actually made them change some policies. Now all their drivers are trained to trust their gut. If something feels wrong, they're supposed to report it, not just drop the food and leave." I still order from that same restaurant every Tuesday, and I always request Marcus if he's working. Not because I'm scared, but because it's good to know there are still people who look out for strangers. Last week, he delivered my usual order: spring rolls, lo mein, egg drop soup. When I opened the door, he smiled. "You still eating the same thing every week?" I laughed. "Some habits are hard to break." He handed me my food. "Stay safe in there. You too, Marcus." He walked back to the elevator. I watched through the peephole until he was gone. Then I locked my door, both locks, just like I do every single night now, because sometimes the scariest moments teach us the most important lessons, and sometimes a stranger with a plastic bag of Chinese food is the only thing standing between you and something terrible.